Hello students, I hope you all are fine and safe in your home. In the last block we have studied about the meristematic tissue, right? We have seen the different type of meristematic tissue, but today in this block we are going to study about the permanent tissue. And I hope you people are knowing there are two types of permanent tissue, that is the simple permanent tissue and complex permanent tissue. Okay, so simple permanent tissue, I hope you people would have seen the block and I have made it clear. All the topics were there and we have completed that portion also. So today we are going to start with the permanent tissue, which is the complex type. Okay, so today we are going to discuss about the complex permanent tissue, and once again I am repeating the same point, why this complex is called as complex and simple is termed as simple, because here the types of tissue, or here whatever the tissue we are taking, so the cells which is organized in that tissue are of different shape, different size, different structure, and is of different function too, but is associating together to facilitate a common function. Okay, so students, let us see first two types of permanent tissue are there. First is the xylem, next is the phloem. Okay, so xylem here, that is responsible for the transportation of water. You people would have studied in the junior classes also. Xylem is responsible for the transportation of water. Yes. Next one is the phloem. Phloem is responsible for the transportation of food. If you guys get confused between the xylem and phloem, that which is transporting what, then you can recognize like this or memorize like this: gel. You are knowing that gel, that is the water. So gel will be related with the xylem, food, fur, and phloem, fur. So hence food is related with the phloem. Gel, xylem, food, phloem. So I think in this way it will be clear to you people and you will remember in your whole life, isn't it? Okay students, so next we are going to see the xylem. As we are discussing, these are the tissues and is composed of some or the other cells. So here there are few components of which this xylem is made up of. Okay, so this is the xylem is having four major components. So what are they? First is the tracheids, next is the vessels, third is the xylem parenchyma, and the fourth one is the xylem fibers. Okay, in the next one we could see here phloem. You are doing very well. It is responsible for the transportation of food, isn't it? And let us see, it is also composed of four different elements. Let us see what is that. Companion cells. Next is sieve tubes. This type of cells are there. Third is phloem parenchyma. Parenchyma cells we have studied, so similar type of it is there, but it is present in the phloem cells, hence it is phloem parenchyma. And the last one is the phloem fibers. And overall student, overall a common mechanism they substitute, that is they are mechanically supporting the plant. And one more thing I want to say, xylem is transporting the water in a unidirectional manner, whereas phloem is conducting food in the multidirectional manner. Okay, so phloem here the food transportation is taking in the multidirectional way. Xylem, you know that the water is being transported from root to the stem, root to the different parts of the body. Means it is unidirectional. That means from the root to upward direction. So we will say that it is conducting water in a unidirectional manner. Hence we will say that it is working in a unidirectional way. Next one is the phloem. As we have written, the transportation takes place in a multi-directional manner. Multi-directional manner here is what? The synthesis of food is taking place in the different parts of the leaf. Right? Means within the leaf so many means what? We know that the leaves are responsible for the preparation of food. They are undergoing photosynthesis process. And leaves are present all over the parts of the tree. Isn't it? So we could say that this leaves are responsible for transportation of food in multi-directional. It is not only transporting laterally, vertically, but within all the directions it is conducting the supply of food. Hence we will say that phloem is multi-directional. Okay, I hope student it is clear to you people ki what is the function of xylem and phloem. And again I am repeating, the common function of this is providing the mechanical support. Okay student, that's all for the xylem and phloem. See you in the next vlog. Have a nice day to everyone. And with the new topic, we will see. Okay.